Hi guys! Let me just start with saying that I'm still at a beginner level when it comes to sewing and I made this. When I posted a picture of this on Instagram sometime back, someone I know wanted to know what did I refer to make this. But the truth is I have figured this out all by myself, one piece at a time, and I'm gonna tell you all of the steps. But the first question that will come to your mind is why to make one? So have you ever noticed how ugly these bean bags look, like a blob of an ugly color in your living room? And have you ever tried to look back after you were sitting on a bean bag for a long time to look at your butt print in summer? So we clearly need bean bags to look more pretty and not to make us sweaty. So I'm just using a white fabric for demonstration purposes. You'll clearly use the fabric that you want to, but there are effectively just 3 steps to this. First is taking measurement from your existing bean bag. Second is making 6 panels and sewing them together to make a circle. And third is making a top circle and a bottom circle and fit them all together. See, just 3 steps. Just 3 steps. Let's start with the first step, which is taking measurement out of your existing bean bag. So you will notice that your existing bean bag is made nothing but of long panels. You just have to measure them. Once you have the measurement, you transfer it to a scrap fabric, which we will use as a template going on. So you will constantly have this template in your hand so that you can replicate it over and over for each of the panels. So one quick tip is you can try to measure just half of the panel and use that half of the panel and mirror it to get the second half of the panel. This will help you get symmetry, that both the halves will be mirror images of each other. So keep this half panel template with you safely because we are going to need it n number of times. Similarly, you have to overall cut 6 panels of it. Once you have 6 panels, just sew them together. Sew all the panels right side together, one after the other. So after you are done with sewing 6 of the panels together, you will be left with something like a skirt which has a big hole in the bottom and a small hole on the top. Wait a second, I just lied to you. I'm not using white fabric for demonstration purposes. I am making an inner bean bag and an outer cover separately. So the white fabric that you see is supposed to be the inside of the bean bag, and the outer bean bag will be from a fabric which I find pretty. You might ask why? Why to make two? Remember how we have a cushion separate and a cushion cover separate so that I can flip over cushion covers to wipe with the room, not having to deal with all of the cotton inside the actual pillow. That's what I'm trying to do here. Also, have you ever thought that if you're going to use a cotton bean bag, it's of course gonna need washing, unlike the leather one. The leather ones you can take a damp cloth and wipe over it, but cotton ones do not. If you do not have an explicit cover, do you literally empty your bean bag with all of the beans spilling over just to give it a wash? So this cover is going to help you not getting into the spilling beans kind of messy stuff, and you can take off the cover, give it a wash and put it back. And if I had scared you with 2 pieces that you have to sew, don't worry. If you rate yourself at least a 3 out of 10 when it comes to sewing, you can totally do this. It's not even a year I have started sewing, and when I'm saying a year, I am not frequent. I just sew like once a couple months, and still I was able to do this. I just do not see a reason that you should be scared of this project. So in your skirt, you'll see a top opening and a bottom opening. So now you'll just have to take a tape to measure the circumference of the opening. So remember the formula that we have learned in school, high school, I don't remember which class, but circumference equals to 2 pi r. What we are doing here is we are measuring the circumference, and using the circumference we'll be able to find the radius of the circle that we need to fill this opening. So you have to do it for both the top opening and the bottom opening. So the bottom opening is pretty big, so you will get a bigger radius, and the top opening is very small, so you'll get a smaller radius. So whatever radiuses you end up getting, just add an inch to it for sewing allowance. So let's say if my radius is x, so I'll take a thread of the length x plus 1, and I'm going to use this thread to make a circle. Pin one end of the thread on the fabric and rotate the other end of the thread to make a circle. Once you have both of the circles, take the top circle and sew it in the top opening right sides together. And with the bottom circle, you have to do just one extra step. We have to also add zippers so that we can open it to pour the beans in it and then close it back. If you happen to have a long zipper which will cover like half of the circle, then good. If not, you can use two zippers like what I'm doing here. Remember, these are just approximate measurements. These are not going to be exactly the same, but the method is very forgiving. Don't worry. Just one thing you have to make sure is that the circle shouldn't be smaller than the opening. If you have excess fabric, not a problem, just do what I'm doing here, just tucking in the extra fabric and good to go. Now your main beanbag is ready. So if you are among the people who don't want to make two of these, you can use the same process with your favorite fabric and put it on top of your existing beanbag. But if you want to take it one step ahead and make two of this separate, then the outer cover is going to be way easier than the inner one. So in the next steps, you will see me making the removable cover, but I want to stop you right there and let you know the reality that of course you can go and buy these cotton bean bags online, but they could be pretty expensive if you're trying to go for the good quality ones, and of course won't be easy to clean. Like, I have not seen any bean bags with removable covers. So if cleaning is your concern, you can take one of the two approaches. The first is just make a removable cover and put it on top of your existing bean bag. But there is a reason why I'm not doing it. Think of it in this way. So let's say you got a new mattress and you have a plastic cover on it, and if you don't remove the plastic covers and directly put the sheets on it, would it be that comfortable? Though your body is not directly touching the plastic sheet, but the unbreathable plastic sheet which is there underneath your sheet will still give you that uncomfortable feeling. So that's what will happen if you make just the cover and put it on top of your unbreathable leather beanbag. What I'm doing is I'm making a canvas thick cotton base beanbag that is breathable and very comfy, and on top of that I'm going to make another cotton cover which we can keep changing. Making both is a lot of work for you. Just go for the removable cover. If you need the comfort as well, then go for making both of these. Now let's start with the outer cover. So the good news is the steps are exactly the same. Take the measurement which we have already taken before, cutting the panels, sewing them together, calculating the top and the bottom radius. But this is where the step deviates a little bit. So once you have these top and bottom circles cut, you can go ahead and simply sew the top circle like we did for the base beanbag. So for the bottom this time, we would need a rectangular straight piece. So remember the circumference that we measured. The circumference should be the length of the rectangle that you cut, and whatever radius that we have calculated, 2/3 of that radius should be the width of the rectangle. So now go ahead and make a loop on one of the ends and sew the second side of the strap to the bottom opening. So yes, we are done. And if you are confused, how are we done? So you see this big opening in the bottom. So this bottom opening is the place from where your base beanbag will go inside the cover and come out. And take an elastic and put it through the loop, tie it and cut the rest. So yay, we are done. Na 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 na. So let me know in the comments which approach did you decide to take, making both of these or just the cover. But before we end the video, I have some tips for you. These are going to be very important, so don't miss this. By the way, if you have made it this far, please consider subscribing and you can follow me on Instagram. The fabric you have to use here has to be slightly thicker than the thin cotton fabrics that we get. Fabric that I'm using here is from Amazon and was on reasonable price. I will link that down below in case you want to purchase the same, but just make sure the cotton is thick enough to take the weight that we put on while we sit. Second is, every time you mark the fabric, remind yourself of keeping an inch of seam allowance, else you'll find your beanbag a bit smaller than what you have measured it from. Third is, every stitch that you have seen me doing has to be necessarily be a double stitch to bear with the pressure of people sitting on. In case you have decided to make the base beanbag, so because the fabric is a canvas fabric, this is way thicker than normal cotton fabric, you might need to increase the stitch length a bit. In case you see that your thread is breaking, just check out the stitch length, try increasing it a little bit, that'll help. Also, for people who think that this is not aesthetic enough, the bottom has an opening which exposes the inside of the bean bag. So there are multiple ways you can make the bottom, but this one was the easiest for beginners. This would work the best. In case you want to know the other approaches that we can take for the bottom to make it more aesthetic, let me know in the comments. I can make a follow-up video in which I can talk about that and also let you know the nitty-gritty of each of the steps. I just didn't want it to clutter this video because then it'll be a very long video. Let me know in case you need those. The last is just an action item you can do, which I have not done in this video. Remember, a lot of bean bags do come with a handle these days. That would not be a deal to do. So you know the entire bean bag making process. That will just be an extra strap that you have to add. So let me know if you did add a handle. That would be it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.